I don't know if this is working, but I wanted to do an actual review, and my PlayStation does not allow me to upload footage without broadcasting, so figured might as well just do a review like this where I can just like discuss what I thought of this game casually. Wait, why is voice chat on? Oh god. Off. I always turn voice chat. So basically my review is that I loved this game. It was pretty good. Like, it's a combination of DMZ and Outbreak, and it as a zombies game. Like, if you're judging it like from a round-based perspective, then yeah, it's not gonna be on like the better end of that, because it's not what anyone's used to. But for what it is, I really enjoyed it, and I think it was entertaining. It's more like a Warzone type of experience where it gets updated throughout the year, but it's the same map. But zombies was definitely more of a side mode in this game than in like a Black Ops game. It was like that in Vanguard too. Like tomorrow midnight is Black Ops 6. I don't know if I'm gonna stream the launch, because sometimes I like just relaxing, playing it. But yeah, I'm not gonna do anything interesting in this game. I just thought it'd be fun to like talk about what I liked. 'Cause it's easier to think of things I might forget in a non-live video, I guess. I think, yeah, the blueprint system I really like, but I guess the problem is it's very heavily RNG based. Like, remember around launch, I was grinding the tier 3 zone forever before I got the ray gun blueprint. I still haven't gotten all the blueprints in this game. I've gotten everything at launch, all the launch release stuff, up until I completed the beginning mission of Act 4. The last 3 missions I didn't want to attempt without a squad, and I never really got around to getting a squad together. And it's possible solo, it's just the amount of non-stop grinding you have to do is insane. Like, you need to set up multiple operator loadouts, because if you fail, you'll have to go through it all over again, so you want to make sure you're prepared. And the best and worst part of this mode is that it's the most online focused zombies mode, which is fun. You can just come across random squads and they'll help you out. But volume's a little loud, I can't hear myself. But at the same time, this is the one zombies game, ever since they announced this game, I've been worried about like the game being preserved. Like, when this game is, like, Black Ops 6 comes out tomorrow midnight, when the player base goes down, there's going to be no way to play this game anymore, because it needs a full lobby for you to be able to load into the game. Like, if you're under the required amount of players, the lobby won't load. It'll just keep on waiting. So expect increased enemy movement in your AO. So if it's kept like that, then there's going to be a point where this game is no longer playable because you won't be able to find a full enough lobby. So I'm really hoping they make it so that there isn't like a 25 player lobby requirement, because I really like this game. I don't want it to that's the other problem. There's no offline mode. If the servers get shut down, this game is gone forever. It's like with Warzone. It's what happened to Warzone 1. And it's also my the only thing I haven't liked about what I see of Black Ops 6 is online only texture streaming. Because it's just like, the zombies games are so good because they're the parts of the COD games that are always going to be around no matter what. Even when the servers go down, you can still play it all. But if with the new ones being online only, I'm worried about the preservation of these. Like, hopefully they find a way for the texture streaming to be done without the servers having to be connected and everything. Like, I know the texture streaming is, they gotta do that with a lot of next-gen games because the graphics are getting so intense. But, yeah, I guess the art style of this game, it's nice, but it's definitely in the Modern Warfare art style, so everything's a lot more drab and grayed out. Like, the guns and everything are colorful, and the UI is colorful, but already in the Black Ops 6 beta, just the color palette is so much better. And, the campaign of this game was, I've liked every COD campaign I played, even Black Ops 3, and this one was definitely needed more time in the oven. This game wasn't even supposed to exist. It's like a full game. Like, got thrown together last minute. Why am I not doing contests? I guess it doesn't matter what I do because I'm just doing like a talking review.
Investigate and report back.
If I did an actual review, it was gonna be footage of like one of the boss fights with me talking over it, but the whole PlayStation Share Factory system has not been working, so yeah. What are other things about this game? The story. I really love the story. The cutscenes are super good. Like, highest quality zombies cutscenes for Treyarch we've had this far. I like that they brought back Ravenov, and I hope Jansen is in Black Ops 6, which they seem to be alluding to. But I think one thing is, now since they decided to put zombies in this game, it kind of makes it so that they can't exactly choose. They don't have as much free reign over this story anymore, since they've already shown, as soon as this game was revealed, that Requiem died. Unless they could do some type of twist that opens their bodies. But I guess it was always going to be constrained because,
all clear. We'll keep hitting these bastards hard until there's nothing left.
Dude, I'm out of it right now. It was always going to be constrained since it's set in the campaign timeline now. Also, the mercs at launch, they were ridiculous. Now they're not that bad. They're kind of fun because they can go down faster than zombies. But the warlords are fun too, raiding the bases. Especially I've done everything in this game solo except for one boss fight, another player joined me, and the Dark Ether quest. I was in the squad, but everything else I've done solo, and the warlord fights are so hard because you literally just have it's like veteran mode on campaign. Or I also like the buy station system. I don't know, I'm trying to think of things to talk about this game. Or maybe I should have done a boss fight or something. Guess I still have time.
Eyes on raid weapon stash contract.
The camo grind is fun. The fact that they added a camo grind for each of the Modern Warfare 2 weapons also was super cool. They didn't have to do that. Yeah, one of the downsides is there's a lot of downtime, like just walking places, running places. It's just because the nature of the map in Warzone. Like, there's cars everywhere, but sometimes there will always be a position where there's no vehicles near you. And you could do the motorcycle if you have the blueprint. But it was the same in Outbreak. Like, even with the smaller maps in Outbreak, I think it was worse in Outbreak because there wasn't as many vehicles scattered around. But the PhD and Black Ops Cold War really helped with this. I think I stole someone's elite kill. And the live events in this game were pretty cool too. Like, they were game-wide, but you could just get free stuff for playing and earning XP. Like, I think people like the multiplayer in this game pretty good too. Like this whole game they treated as like a fun, very arcade-like. Saw they were adding all these 8-bit modes, stuff like that. And they brought back the GR11, which was so random. Like, out of any of the Wonder Weapons to bring back, but it hadn't been in a game since Black Ops 1, I don't think. It's so crazy. The Scorcher. The Scorcher is really cool. It's like the perfect traversal item. I guess the Scorcher fixes the traversal problem, but the cooldowns, a lot of the cooldowns, it's almost like a mobile game, but I know that's not exactly what they're trying to do, because it's not like you can pay to lessen the cooldown, but it almost feels like a mobile game when you'll play a bunch of games and you'll be like, God, none of my blueprints are ready. I don't feel like I won't have enough time to do all the stuff I want to do if I just go in with nothing. And so it's kind of like Clash of Clans where you're paying for your stuff for each other. And there are microtransactions, like having to buy extra slots for more operators. It's kind of weird. I feel like that should have been an earnable thing.
Well done. The fewer guns those mercs can recover, the less trouble
I don't
they'll
know.
cause.
I bet Terminus left some good kit here.
I think Cold War's progression was made more sense because there was no RNG involved. But I think once you're fully upgraded at Cold War, you are like unstoppable basically, which I heard which they're trying to fix in Black Ops 6 with the augments and stuff. Black Ops 6, the beta was so much fun. Like the movement was Cold War with extra added stuff, plus attack sprint. One of the coolest parts was when you're prone, you could just 360 move. as fast as if you were standing up. Like, where in all the older games, like, once I start turning towards the back of the head, and being able to lay on your back too, that I haven't seen that in many games at all, like since Battlefield 5, which Battlefield 5 had a cool thing where you could dive backwards to lay on your back. You can do in Black Ops 6. You can dive in everywhere. Also, they got the weapon inspect from Cold War. They also gave all the wonder weapons in this weapon inspect. Animations are always great. I wonder if Triarch did the animations for the wonder weapons in this, because like for the ray gun, they're just using the animations from might be the Vanguard animations. Like, I can't tell if it's the Cold War ones. Oh, also, this game automatically uninstalls zombies all the time for no reason. And I gotta find the files, re-download it, update the files. It's so much random. The COD HQ, the new update, organized the menu a lot better. But before it was way more jumbled, and the new menu looks a lot better, but the way you have to install everything should still be a lot more clear. Zombies is not its own install. You have to download the multiplayer bundle, which it does not mention in the game that it contains zombies. And PhD is fun in this game. This is the first time classic PhD has been in zombies. Black Ops 2, I think. Yeah, I think that's right. Just the falling from skyscrapers is so much fun. Like, if you get to the top of the highest tower, your guy will just start flailing his hands. Oh, that's another thing. Third person mode, just being able to switch in it. Why am I not woods? In first person, I'm woods. What? Woods is like half in existence. No, but third person is such a cool thing for zombies, just as a little quality of life thing. And they're keeping it in Black Ops 6. It's so cool. Like, I never use it. I forget it's there usually, but it's another way to play if you ever want to. It's funny, the ray gun's just sticking to the back. Other things do they got in this game that I'm not thinking about? Other than the whole, I guess this is less about zombies and more the camo grind's fun. It's not bad at all. It's pretty relaxing. I think the problem is it encourages everyone to basically just sit at the exfil zones and keep on calling in. But that wouldn't be a problem if you could just play in a private lobby. Like, I don't understand why private lobbies don't exist. Oh, this is cool. I forget what they call this, like tactical mode. I don't think they kept that for Black Ops 6. That's something they took. I think Black Ops 6 also took out the ledge holding, which, to be honest, I don't think the ledge holding, I don't think ledge grabbing is in Black Ops 6, but it's really like specific situations where you could use it. And Black Ops 6 is the type of game where you're literally running around doing flips. Oh, the mercenary convoys are so glitchy. The AI constantly just starts out. God, I cannot put my words right. I need to write like scripts and then read them out for doing videos. But oh, Black Ops 6, I'm so happy that they got a crew again. The dialogue was so good in Black Ops 4. Just the progressive dialogue between specific sets of characters and as you progress through the map. Oh, one thing I loved about Black Ops 3 and 4 was at that point, they were making complete OSTs for every map, depending on which area you're in. They made entire soundtracks for the map. Like, Cold War had some of that, but a lot of it was reusing stuff from the campaign, which makes sense because they didn't have as much of a budget. But I do wonder if, like, the full OST for each map is gonna come back. Black Ops 6.
Eyes on raid weapon stash contract.
Oh, the one thing is, I'm surprised they've never added any new enemies into this game, which I was about to say was the same thing with Vanguard, but that wasn't true. There was the one enemy that teleported around. But even that, these past two games, they really like the Mangler for some reason, which I like the Mangler too, but it's so random when you think about it. It was just an enemy from Gorod Krovi. Now it's like a staple of zombies. Oh, the field upgrades are nice. I like that they gave it a new animation. It's not the wand device anymore. They kept most of the ones from Cold War. It's 4 in the morning right now. I was gonna do this at like 7 after getting home from work. Now, just finished downloading everything. It's so weird though. I've played so much of this. It's like, even though the map is so huge, I feel like I can remember every area and every building. I guess Warzone players feel like that too when they get used to the map, but it's just weird to think about, like, zombies. Because you obviously get that with round-based maps, but you'd never think with a map this big, you'd get used to everything. Oh, I think the fact that they made Pack-a-Punch 2 10K and they made 3 15K made a lot of sense for progression, because I didn't know that when the game launched. I was thinking it was the Cold War values. I was like, I can't even get into that. And all the characters are likable too. Like, I think Barrera is my favorite. Like the crew in quotes, I guess. Soap kind of just completely disappeared. After, I don't want to spoil the Modern Warfare 3 campaign, but Zombies takes place before Modern Warfare 2, if I'm correct. if I remember correctly. The new Modern Warfare 2. And Zakhaev shows up and dips also. It just feels like they're afraid to kill off the rebooted Modern Warfare characters, because now that, other than an exception, I'm not gonna say, it's because like they remember how much the years after the original trilogy came out, everybody's like wishing the characters were back, and now that they rebooted it, they have the characters back. They don't want to get rid of them anymore. Like, we're about to be in the 4th game. At the end of the 3rd Modern Warfare game, the original, spoilers, like everybody died except Price. Everybody died in like every game except Price, for the most part. At the end of 2, you think Soap is dead. Then he's alive, and then the original 3, he dies again. Doesn't die again, but he dies for real. I guess you don't think he's dead at the end of Modern Warfare 2. It's not really ambiguous. He gets saved by Nikolai. I love all the replacer ads. The Black Ops 6 completely doubled down. I thought they were only going to do a few, but the entire marketing campaign is around I saw the new prestige icon. It's like a bunch of references to the first 3 Black Ops. There's no Black Ops 4 reference, but I was trying to think, like, what would you even put other than like the emblem? Black Ops 4 didn't really have a solid identity since it didn't have a campaign. It was pretty much just trying to be like fun with a bunch of different modes. Even zombies had 2 different storylines. Black Ops 6, it's like if Black Ops 6 were to have an emblem, it's kind of just using the aesthetics of Black Ops 1 combined with the orange from the more modern Black Ops. I saw I think Prestige 8 was like the Raven from the Frozen Forest. That was really cool. I really wonder what they're going to do about Black Ops 2 future. Is they're still holding on and saying it's canon, which I hope, because Treyarch still keeps all their games as canon whenever they have a new game. Like Black Ops Cold War had tons of Black Ops 3 campaign references. The jingle from all the loot boxes was the Coalescence jingle, which was more of an Easter egg. But I think there were Coalescence boxes around. Stuff like that. A warehouse or something, I can't remember. Oh, that was the other thing. Like, I think the other thing, I really like this game, but the whole concept of having like a limited time zombies game where you're only in for like 50 minutes, I think that turned a lot of people into it too, which I really like this. It's fun. I put hundreds of hours into it, but you definitely feel more constrained, even though it's an open world now. It's like the game is like guiding you into ending early, I guess. I gotta avoid Black Ops 6 spoilers. This is gonna go down the movie. That's the problem. I want to play zombies, but I also want to get through the campaign. Ugh. This is the least productive game of Modern Warfare Zombies I've ever played. Yeah, the ray gun in this game is okay. It's like, it's around Vanguard tier, I guess. I think it's better than Vanguard's, because Vanguard's got really weak
Undead
for...
threat removed.
Oh, that was the other weird thing. This was like the first taste of the Warzone map for Modern Warfare 3. So when this was technically a zombies map first, even though it was made for Warzone. Also, I like the little secrets I went around finding, where you go around killing are they the enforcers, or there's like 3 guys on the map, and when you kill them, they drop a radio that you can signal, and then it unlocks this vault. And it's cool if you can figure it out all yourself if you look at the coordinates that correspond. One of them didn't have a guy, it's just in a shed outside. This game also has that problem that Black Ops 4 have. I don't think Black Ops 4 had a zombie that could go faster than someone sprinting in one direction. I think it did have a zombie that could go faster than walking, which was new, because usually even just walking in most Triarch zombies, you can keep you're walking, you're still faster than the zombies as long as you're not bumping into walls. I'm about to fall asleep. I should have, like, wrote out to say about the game. Oh, another negative is the connection issues were terrible. I feel like they've gotten better, but random times during updates, they just, like, you could not load into a game. Or you could, but everybody would just lag out. And if a player gets too close to you, you might start lagging out, and you'll just get booted from the game, lose all your progress. And that was something that discouraged me from doing a lot in this game, because I'd have a full loadout, and I'd be ready to do something, and I load into a game, and you can't even make it to exfil before the game just lags out. And a lot of times, it just happens if you're too close to another player. Just like, if the connection is too weak, someone will just get booted out. That's why I think private lobbies are must. Like, there's nothing making this game need to be public other than the cool part where you can recruit other players. Also, I think this game's system where you just complete challenges to unlock new guns and attachments was pretty cool.
Loading fresh mag.
I think it was coming from the car, but the audio just... Oh yeah, ever since the Modern Warfare 2 Warzone started, the audio on cars is completely bugged. Like it just keeps on placing itself randomly. This is the USB thing.
Calibration console.
Scratch one, undead.
Sarah and I have been working to disrupt the course of ether storms. That data you just found is the first piece we need.
I think I'm getting either my controller is starting to drift or I'm lagging. I've gone through like 5 different PS5 controllers, which I don't rage or anything. I treat my controllers so nice. I don't think I've ever thrown a controller. I'm just above raging. But they just... I remember one of mine started drifting when I was doing high rounds in Blood of the Dead. Because I think I was just pressing the left stick so hard, sprinting in circles. But that was the PS4 controller.
All teams prep for imminent attack. Is this one you want to get caught in?
I've really accomplished nothing in this. Looking at the map to see what else I can talk about. The contracts are pretty fun. I think raid weapon stash is like the safest one to do. The infected zones were cool. The turrets are cool, but they're kind of useless outside of tier 3. Like, zombies aren't really going to be spawning that much. The fortresses are cool. I like how they added lots of different enforcers. Warlords. Oh, the perks randomizing location across the map. If you don't, like, I'm at a point where my blueprints get completely recharged after every game just from the amount of points you get from exfilling and the cooldown, all the stuff they've added. But if you're a first-time player and you want to consistently get a full perk loadout, the perk locations are randomized completely, and that could be kind of annoying. A lot of enemies. My controller is definitely drifting. Keep moving. Oh god, here it goes. It's drifting left. At least it's the movement and not the aim. Because I feel like it's actually more annoying when the aim drifts, and that's what's always drifted for me. See, the kill streaks are cool. I like that PhD works for basically everything. I like that PhD gets rid of hellhound fire damage, which I don't think it did in Cold War, if I remember. I can feel woods walking left while I'm trying to walk forward. Yep, there it goes. The day of new Black Ops 6, and the controller's still drifting. Are you serious? Yeah. There it goes again. Maybe I can head to Walmart, get a new controller. saw they got this red color. I get a new color every time. I got the purple one. Is it the blue? I got the purple one, the black one, the white one, and I'm using the gray camo one right now, which was the latest one. And this one's drifting too. Yeah, everybody ran Ring of Fire in Cold War. I don't think they do in this game, because there's really not the same situation where it doesn't come as useful, from what I think personally. I might be wrong. I think the perk choice for this game was... Sorry, I'm not going to touch my controller movement and see if it moves. Okay, it starts doing it when I do start moving. It is really intuitive how you can like just join and leave squads and have all these commands, though. It's pretty cool. Probably said that word wrong. I can feel the controller against me. Stop it. Also, this is technically the second Zombies game in a row to have no pause button, but it's not exactly the same thing, I guess, because it's online. But if I was to give this game a rating, like based on what it is, I think like an 8 out of 10, because it's really fun. I think people who like games like Destiny would enjoy this, even though it's more of like a Tarkov style thing. It's about bringing resources in and exfilling with new stuff that you carry over.
Moving this way.
They didn't end up adding any new perks, which kind of sucked, but I think the perks they had already were good. I think if they were to add one, Electric Cherry would be what I would want the most. There's a sniper guy here you can sneak up on. Unless someone already got him. Very smart moves. Sounds like there's hellhounds fighting it. Hellhounds spawned upstairs and they're setting off all this stuff. Yeah, no, the connection issues with this game were definitely the worst part, though. It's unplayable at certain points for like days. I would just log in, try to get into a game like 3 times, lose my entire inventory, which within like the first 3 minutes just lags out. was just like not worth it anymore at that point. It's been stable for the past, ever since the season 6 update. It's been pretty stable. And this is the only zombies you can play as Michael Myers in, so. Although you could play as Ghostface in Cold War. You know, maybe I changed my mind about movement. Maybe I would rather have the aim. Boom. Oh, another thing is, let me see if this is the prompts in this game that make you hold square, past like they did something past like the season 2 or season 3 update where it's glitched, and if you hold it all the way, it stops completing, so you're just stuck like this. I haven't been on like the zombies subreddit, so I don't know if anyone's seen it, but you have to hold it at a specific angle where you don't pick up the item, and that's the only way it'll actually send the transmission. See, didn't even do the animation. You had to do it a very specific way. PhD doesn't protect against the I can't think of anything. I gotta go to sleep. Proximity mine.
Storm just made landfall. Jesus. Never seen power surges like this. We're in the shit now.
Everyone at base is safe. Strike team, you're the ones in real danger here.
Oh, also the new whatever it's called, the containment level. They added in pretty recently. That was definitely a great idea for like consecutive exfils. This is like the perfect game for like co-op Tarkov type stuff. If you like fighting against AI instead of other players. I don't know if they'll ever return to this type of gameplay though. I feel like the Outbreak was the most successful when it came out. Everybody always says they want round-based, which I do too, but I don't know if the player base actually stays around for that. Like, because the hardcore zombies player base does stay around, but I don't know if it gets like as many players in general. Yeah, the containment level stuff, that's all really cool idea. Also, the acquisition stash, it really sucked. It's way better now because they added 10 more slots, but especially because to go into the Dark Ether, you need the sigils, and I was stocking up on tons of sigils, and I just had no room for anything else, so it made sense that they increased it. I know Sledgehammer took over development after a while, so I think they did a good job too. This is Sledgehammer's first time doing zombie stuff since World War III zombies. Let me see, what else is there? Like, the whole strike team idea is cool, but the fact that you gotta buy operator packs to get more slots just so you don't have to grind every time you lose an operator. Like, I bought 2 because I like the operators there, which I gotta stop. But I don't know. I feel like that's a little like I feel like that should have been something you earned through gameplay. But other than that, I'd say the game as a whole is the difficulty is great. People were complaining about difficulty in Cold War and Vanguard. This game is much more difficult than those. Although a lot of that's just because they expect you to have a squad. So if you're playing solo, there is a nice amount of difficulty. The story's really good, as usual. The writing's always good. What is this? This looks like those old Gmod animations. Looks like the Source filmmaker animations where they like make G-Man do that face. I don't think I've used any double XP in years. Any tokens. Any of the games. Let me think. Yeah, the whole stash system is cool. They've carried this over from DMZ. Just, especially if you don't have stuff unlocked, you could just store stuff for later. Unlocking new slots is cool. See, this was a progression thing. That was cool, the insured slots. If they made this also a progression thing, that would have been cool. How you unlock everything is pretty much great, except for this, which isn't required, I guess. Weekly challenges to get weapons is also cool. The bow and arrow they added was really fun. Trying to think, because I gotta sleep, but I want to think if there's anything else. This is probably the most lazy review I've ever done for anything. It really wasn't a review. It was just me taking a leisurely stroll around Modern Warfare Zombies map while falling asleep. But basically, this was a very good game. I think, I don't know, I enjoyed Vanguard, and I know it's unpopular, but maybe it's just because I found it relaxing to like listen to a podcast in the background, just play it. There really wasn't too much depth to Vanguard, which there could have been, because the way the progression through rounds worked was really cool. Like that was a good way to do it, I think. But I think the maps themselves, they didn't have much depth because they didn't have a lot of time to work on the game at all. This next game, 4 years, the longest development cycle on a Call of Duty ever, I think. Unless the first Call of Duty. I don't know how long they were working on it. Oh, the firing range. That's something good. It's never been in Zombies before. Let's see. Yeah, the firing range is cool. They put the guns on the wall, like you can try these out at the same time, but you can't really. This looks like the museum from the original Modern Warfare 2 campaign. I never looked back here before. Yeah, Sledgehammer. Was it Sledgehammer that brought back the firing range? I can't remember. Oh, also, most of the weapons, the levels aren't too high compared to Modern Warfare 2. That was nice. I see all the Twitch channels going live. The New Zealand release of Black Ops 6 is happening. All the equipment, yeah. I guess some of the equipment is kind of not the best, like snapshot grenades. Really, there's not really going to be a use for that in zombies. Like, this would have been the thing they would have left out in Black Ops 4. Like, Black Ops 4 had a lot of the equipment from the rest of the game, or they would turn it into something else, kind of like how the Wraithfire was a modified Molotov. Speaking of Wraithfires in Blackout, when you get the Wraithfire, I always walked into it because I didn't know it still damaged you in that. The shock stick is kinda useless. The stim's okay, but I guess at the point when the zombies are doing enough damage to where they get you that low in this game, I feel like the Modern Warfare style stim is too slow. The gas is kinda... Decoy grenades are good. They don't stick like the Cold War ones. I think Cold War has the best decoys. Scatter mines. I don't remember ever using these really. Smoke grenades. It's not. I guess a lot of this is for the mercenaries, which I'm just now remembering. Like, problem is a lot of these aren't even going to do anything to the zombies at a certain point. I got 92 things in my stash. Yeah, basically, so the pros are this game is very fun and it's a very different take, but for what it is, I think it's great and I love it, and I spent hundreds of hours on it. The camo grind's very fun, the boss fights are fun, the story is great, the dialogue is great, the cutscenes are really good, the progression is good, the unlocks are good. Basically the negatives all have to do with the online only aspect. How there's no private lobbies, the connection issues were terrible, the worst in any zombies game. The preservation concerns, like what's gonna happen when you can't fill up a lobby in this game anymore. And it can get repetitive, but zombies has always been repetitive, and that's what everybody likes about it. But for what this was going for, I think it was really fun. So yeah, I would say 8 out of 10 for what it was going for. So that is my Modern Warfare Zombies review, where I'm just like half asleep, 4 a.m. in the morning. Black Ops 6 coming out. I may or may not stream it. Hype. I don't know. I kind of want to do reviews on each map as they came out, like I did with Cold War and Vanguard, and I was gonna do for this game, but as I saw it, like just this game's just like one big experience, so I was gonna do one big review going over what I thought, but I thought this is easier because my uploads aren't working. So basically this game is awesome. Black Ops 6 hype. Yeah.